Now, if I may, I'd like to speak about my little multi-talented knob. Smarter, stronger, safer. But hey, enough about me. Now, of course, I'm talking about the brand new 3rd generation Isuzu D-Max. Hello guys, and welcome back to Car Obsession. In this video, I'm going through the first drive impressions of the brand new Isuzu D-Max. More specifically, this is the range-topping V-Cross, but is it any good? Well, I'm gonna hop in, go for a spin, and see what I think. If you're new here, guys, be sure to smash that subscribe button. Right then, let me climb aboard this Japanese rugged beast. Got these nice chunky side steps to make onboarding easier. Now, before I go any further, of course, it is time for a plug. I do, of course, have my own line of merch. I'm wearing one of the t-shirts now. So if you want to check this out, as well as others, please head over to controlandshift.com. There we go, plug over. Back onto the D-Max. Now, you step inside and you think, is this really a pickup truck? It's quite a plush place to be. Now, granted, this is the top of the range model, but even so, I've got a nice leatherette dashboard. I've got leather seats, at the front of which are heated. I've got leather steering wheel, nice glossy black detailing, a few silver details here and there. And if I were to kind of close my eyes and, well, not close my eyes, but if I were to kind of forget that I'm in a pickup truck, I would just think I'm in a standard passenger car. So hats off to Isuzu. It is a nice cabin. I do have one or two complaints though. Apple CarPlay is standard on this model. Well done. I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android phone, and there will be some Apple fanboys that will be laughing at me and going, "Ha, serves you right, Android boy." But I've got a Galaxy S10, which I know is quite an old model. I should really have upgraded by now. But yes, this has no Android Auto, which I find it disappointing. And for the models that have the 7-inch touchscreen, they've got a really large bezel around the touchscreen. It's a waste of space, quite literally. But anyway, those are a few minor complaints out of the way. Let's actually take this thing for a drive. So I've got an 8-way electronically adjustable seat, so getting a good setup should be easy. Steering wheel, of course, adjusts for rake and reach. Very nice indeed. Right, so this vehicle, this pickup, is available with either a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic, which is now 25% faster. I've got the former, I should say, the 6-speed manual. Shift to neutral. You have to put it into neutral to start it. There we go, and the 1.9 litre turbocharged diesel engine is awoken. It offers 164 horsepower along with 360 newton meters of torque. Now, normally at this point I would talk about 0 to 62 times or 0 to 60 and the top speed, but let's face it, guys, in a I almost said car, in a vehicle like this, a pickup, that does seem awfully pointless. I'll just wait for this Saab to come out.
A few minutes later.
This video is a first drive video, so this isn't going to be a full-blown comprehensive review, but hopefully I can give you enough of an impression in regard to whether or not you should buy the D-Max. And I think on value alone, you should. You get a lot as standard, and also this is the first pickup truck to be awarded 5 stars from Euro NCAP. That is thanks to the ADAS that comes as standard. That's Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, in case you're wondering what ADAS is. So at the top of the windscreen I have not one but 2 cameras, and they are responsible for features such as the autonomous emergency braking, or as I called it a few moments ago in a different take, autumnal emergency braking. That's when your car brakes when it's autumn. I don't know. I've also got lane departure warning and lane keep assist and traffic sign recognition. If you go for a double cab version like this, you also get radars in the rear bumper, which offer features such as rear cross traffic alert, blind spot monitoring, and I can't think of what it's called, emergency lane intervention. Basically, if you go to change lanes and there's a car coming, the vehicle, the pickup truck, will steer you back into your lane. The new D-Max is more refined than it was before, although the diesel engine is still quite grumbly and still quite boomy, but hey, this is a commercial vehicle. If you want something that is refined, go and buy an Audi saloon or something. This is all about being rugged, durable and tough, and I think it ticks all of those boxes. Yes, indeed it does. The majority of the range comes with four-wheel drive as standard, and DL20 models upwards also come with diff lock for even higher off-roading capabilities. The chassis has also been made stronger, offering chassis rails that are 34% wider and 14% higher. As well as this, there is more underbody protection to give better peace of mind when you're tackling the rough stuff. Hill start and hill descent control are also available to assist with off-roading, plus a new actuator provides a faster transition between the different settings for the four-wheel drive system. The D-Max can weigh up to 800mm, which is 100 more than the Toyota Hilux, but the same as the Ford Ranger. Depending on the model, the D-Max offers up to 235mm ground clearance, 31° approach angle, 24° departure angle, and 22° ramp angle. For those of you wondering, the D-Max is able to tow up to 3.5 tonnes and the payload capacity is 1 tonne. Although the new Isuzu D-Max has been designed to be a tough, dependable workhorse, don't think you can't live with it day to day. The suspension has been tuned to offer better comfort, better handling and less vibration. On top of this, higher trim levels get heated front seats and leather upholstery, and even the base models get 6-way adjustable driver's seat with lumbar support. There's also plenty of practical elements such as a generous amount of cubbies, 2 glove boxes, tailgate dampers and rear seats that fold flat. Speaking of the rear, even for a taller person like me, I'm 6'2", the space is agreeable even when the driver's seat has been set for my height. There's no less than 8 grab handles, so there's plenty to hold on to, plus DL40 and V-Cross models come with side steps to give easier access. Now, some of the features I've just mentioned do depend on the trim level and what kind of cab you have, so bear that in mind. The 6-speed manual is a bit agricultural, I think is the best way of putting it. That is not a complaint, it's an observation. This is a pickup truck. I don't expect a gear change to be as slick or as smooth or snappy as a hot hatched. Don't get me wrong guys, I'm just giving you my first impressions. The change is quite long and it's quite a tough change. You do have to put a bit of oomph into it. But it's fine, it makes you feel manly. Feels like it's come out of a Tonka toy or something. It's really quite a robust change. Every time I shift up or down, I can swear I can feel more chest hair growing. It's fantastic. And soon I'll start talking deeper and more manly. I might have a full beard by the end of this actually. Let's see how we get on in the corners. Granted, this isn't going to be designed for handling. But you know what? Given the weight and size of this car, sorry, pickup truck, so used to cars, car obsession, I think it's pretty accomplished in the corners. Now, of course, if I'm going to be honest, I've not covered too many pickup trucks. The last one I covered was the Ranger Raptor, if I'm not mistaken. And that was quite a long time ago, so to try and draw comparisons is going to be tricky. But from the memories I do have, I would say this feels a bit more road car-ish, if that makes any kind of sense. You drove the Ranger Raptor and it was quite clear you were driving a pickup truck. Whereas with this, apart from the overly vocal engine, for the most part, this just feels like an SUV. For all I know, I could be driving a crossover. The steering is nice and light. It does weight up with speed, of course, like now. But this should be an easy vehicle to drive. Yes, the gear change does require just a little bit of elbow grease, but for most owners, they won't care. This is designed to be a rugged, tough, dependable vehicle. Although the new D-Max, this is the third generation, although this is new to the UK, in fact it has been sold in Thailand since 2019, and in fact in that country the D-Max has received record sales, which is very promising for the Japanese brand. And in Australia the D-Max sold out, you can't get one, well, you'll have to wait for one. And of course in the UK there is high demand. You may be wondering whether or not you can drive this vehicle with big, rugged, heavy steel toe cap boots, and I can report you can. Why do I know that? Because I'm doing that right now. I would show you my feet, but I'm not that flexible. But yes, I'm wearing big, heavy duty steel toe cap boots, and driving the D-Max with them on has been a doddle. Even off-roading wasn't too much of an issue. Yes, there were one or two times where I didn't have that throttle feel to finesse it over certain bumps, but it wasn't a hardship. One area that I haven't really given much thought about, and probably for a good reason, is refinement. Now you think this is a big, large, heavy pickup truck, and yes, their engine is boomy when you're working it, but once you settle down to a cruise, you can barely hear the engine. Yes, there is a bit of wind noise because you've got big, chunky wing mirrors, but there's not as much tyre noise as I was expecting. And overall, I could probably speak to you more quietly than I am now. In fact, I could speak at quite a hushed tone, and I'm sure you can still hear me absolutely fine. And although I'm sure not many users will be munching up loads of motorway miles, I think it's reassuring to know that if you wanted to, I think you could. This is a comfortable comfortable pickup as well. These seats are nice to sit in. They offer a decent amount of support, and even on the base model utility you get a driver's seat which is 6-way adjustable and also offers a lumbar support. Now if I may, I'd like to speak about my little multi-talented knob. No, get your mind out the gutter. No, I mean this knob down here. So you can set it to 2-wheel drive, so the power is fed to the rear. Hit it again on the fly, and you can put it into 4-wheel drive, or at a speed of 5 miles per hour or lower, you can put it into 4L, which of course gives you your low range gearbox. Interestingly, the new car is actually heavier compared to its predecessor, but it's still below the threshold in which, if you were to drive the vehicle, the top speed is actually lower. When a vehicle gets over 2,040 kilograms, the top speed is actually, how can I best describe it? Okay, I'll give you some context. Let's say I'm going down a national speed limit road. Actually, I'm doing that now, but not at the national speed limit. So in a normal car, the top speed you can do is 60. However, in a vehicle that is over 2,040 kilograms, that top speed actually drops to 50 miles per hour. So it's quite easy to get caught out. However, because this is below that threshold of weight, I can still drive this down the road at 60 miles per hour if I wanted to. In regard to cost, the new Isuzu D-Max starts from £21,009 plus VAT, which will get you the base model utility. But if you want the all-singing, all-dancing V-Cross as shown here, that will start from £31,259 plus VAT, making it cheaper than the range-topping Ford Ranger and Toyota Hilux. The V-Cross has standard features such as 18-inch alloys, side steps, gunmetal styling, LED lights, leather seats, heated front seats, 9-inch touchscreen, DAB radio, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, front and rear parking sensors, reversing camera, keyless entry and dual zone climate control. As mentioned earlier, the D-Max offers a strong suite of safety systems, including autonomous emergency braking, 7 airbags, lane keep assist and traffic sign recognition. Double cab versions also offer 8 airbags, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert and emergency lane keeping. So guys, my time with the Isuzu D-Max is almost at an end and I'm not too far from the quarry, so time for me to wrap up. I'm pleasantly surprised by how the D-Max drives. I think you could almost forget you're driving a pickup truck. And I think that's bound to appeal to those who want to have this more as a lifestyle or recreational vehicle. However, for those of you that are looking for a rugged, dependable workhorse, don't think for a second that this vehicle has gone soft, because no, it is still prepared to roll up its sleeves and get its hands dirty, well, get its tyres dirty, I suppose. It can still do manual labour very well. So I think this vehicle will have quite a broad appeal. It's also comfortable, easy to drive, practical, offers a good amount of kit, a good amount of value, and a very good amount of safety features. So I think Isuzu has got a hit on its hands. Speaking of Isuzu, I'd like to thank Isuzu UK for having me along to their event. It has been a very enjoyable one, and any excuse to get out of the house because lockdown, although lockdown is easing in the UK, but anyway, that's a different story altogether. Yes, massive thank you to Isuzu for having me along, and of course thank you to you guys for watching. I do hope you have found this video helpful or useful. I do hope you have enjoyed it. If so, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. If you are subscribed, don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified every time I make a video. But until the next time guys, be sure to keep up the car obsession.